昨日5家镜头第5位。先来看 Colorful 严阵迎敌 ，Fly 贪心酿大祸。
再绑一下剑圣，
没精灵拉过来，没精，哎呦，基地可以攻击了，
可以拍一下。
把精灵
小心啊，这个剑圣。
哦。
高光镜头第4名 ，Foggy 小精灵沐浴治疗喷雾，全力守护生命之树。
哎呀，这样子打的话，
哎，小精灵奶住了，
好伤，这样子把所有的小狗都捐掉了。
第3名来到鬼王 Lucifer， 黑暗游侠释放精准沉默，牛头人酋长束手无策。
大血上去，来沉默漂亮，
踩不出来了。
对，然后直接反秒，牛大血瓶吃掉。
5家镜头第2名。完美兽王令身处险境，思路清晰，神级操作脱身于荆棘。
他有疾风，
他想贪的啊！这边野怪回来帮忙了，竟然这边直接是一个单传，
这里用了一个技巧，就是疾风步加单传，同时用他们。
昨日最佳镜头依然属于 Lucifer， 出其不意使出 NC 连击，秒杀对手，轻松写意。
再杀。终于是杀掉了一个蜘蛛，但是兽族付出了非常高的战损，想砍 ESC 直接把剑圣秒掉了。
远古大陆，群雄割据，四方势力，战火不绝。一为勇气，穿梭于丛林之间。一切障碍都被他视作为猎物，一为力量，劈开了世间万物，巨剑出鞘，是将世界破坏殆尽。一为智慧，操纵着远古奥义，突破自身，迸发出耀世的光芒。一为坚韧，被囚禁了千百年，打破禁锢，只为复仇整个世界。群魔并起，鸟兽无名，王者相争，独霸天下。
Ready to work.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Gold League WGL Winter 2018. 7th time here from Shanghai, Group A and B, Day 2. And that means it is decision time. We say goodbye to 8 players. We say welcome to 4 as they go into the quarterfinals.
Yeah, there's lots of possibilities today, but nobody's out almost. We're gonna get to it a little bit later. But the big surprises are already here. TH having a tough day yesterday. He is our world champion, and he has a very good chance of dropping out here today.
He's hanging by a thread. Do have the details, but what he has to accomplish to still make it. But he needs help by Neutron especially.
Absolutely. Even Neutron with the 2 losses has a chance from yesterday. It's very slim, but yeah, the 2 losses from yesterday are not favoring CH in the slightest, of course. The way this is working is the map score is going to be relevant only in case of a 3-way tie. So the head-to-head comparison is more important. That means, should Foggy end up with a 3-2 scoreline, same as TH, then TH would be in a worse position. He would be then in the lower ranking compared to Foggy. Meaning, if Foggy is in 2nd place and TH with the same match results, that would mean that TH is out. That would mean World Champion is going to be out. The way this could work, however, is if Lin also today underperforms.
6个选手都有出现的可能性，让我们一起来期待一下，今天到底是有哪个4位选手可以杀入到8强当中。
Okay, you can hear her, but we're still loud enough. Whatever. If we start with Group B, sorry to interrupt you here. Colorful is our first player here. Lucifer, the second one. What a bad day for him yesterday. Sock. What a performance by Sock. Still the only player who didn't lose a map. DanGer as well. Group B yesterday, 2 games. Sorry to interrupt you, but I thought they couldn't hear us anyway.
欢迎选手登场。
Yeah, I was talking about surprises. TH, the negative surprise of yesterday. Sock, the positive surprise. He was coming into this tournament as certainly one of the bigger dark horses, but as you said, 2 wins to his name, not even a single map lost. Sock is looking good to make it out of the group stage. not what many people would have expected.
And exactly not what Lucifer is facing here. He was one of the top favorites for Group B, but then guess what happened? He lost to So-In. Who would have thought? They both play in the W League First Division. Lucifer on top there, So-In on the very end. What happened there?
Yeah, we didn't see those games, unfortunately. But Lucifer, the games we did see yesterday of his was against Fly.
Yes.
And he had some good moments, but there was also some weird timings I would bring it back to. Here is DanGer from Peru, his first stage match. He told me he has no pressure on him, nobody's expecting him to do anything, and tranquilo is what he said, tranquilo. It's gonna be a relaxed affair, at least that's what he told me. Is it actually gonna get to his nerves here playing on stage? Told me it's a little bright up there. I told him, well, that's the way stages work. I hope he's going to be able to perform here. Neutron, also our opening match yesterday, was playing on the stage for the first time. Didn't seem to be serving him.
True that. I told DanGer maybe you should go on stage a little early, you know, prepare on stage a little, get used to the chair, get used to the desk, get used to the lights. I hope he listened to me a little and feels comfortable on that stage. Lucifer yesterday, I felt like it didn't make a big impact on him. He played very good on one map, he played a little sloppier on map 2 or 3, but that wasn't the stage, that was just his play, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So if everything goes according to plan, then Lucifer is the big favorite here with a like 95% win chance against DanGer. But you know, it's offline and everything can happen. Yesterday, DanGer surprised us all by taking a map of the orc killer Colorful.
That's true. When we talked to him, he was actually sounding pretty confident. You know, I'm gonna try to make it out of my group and stuff. So he was taking it seriously. But yeah, I mean, it's his first time here in China. There's also a lot of experience for him. Who knows how many times in the future he might be able to make his way here. Focusing more on Lucifer now. He's 0-2. He has a chance to get out of the groups. It's not very good. And this is only the first step for him to overcome. DanGer, he has to win against this, but before that, it's long from over. I don't know if you were able to catch a smoke break with him, but I talked to him earlier shortly, and he did not look confident at all. He was hanging his head almost, it seemed like to me, in resignation. I don't know.
It's a very different Lucifer compared to yesterday. When he started his game against Fly, he felt very confident. I think he could have, like, with a reason, because his group is not the hardest. He has good matchups. He was in a very good shape before going into WGL, but I think the second map against Fly broke him a little after the great first map, and then, yeah, kind of spiraled out of control for him. 0-2 Lucifer, losing against 2 orcs. Here comes the third orc. Hopefully for DanGer, the streak continues, but of course, the Undead Scourge in general, what a horrendous performance yesterday. They are by far the weakest race here today at WGL, or yesterday. Yeah. 5-10 in maps, 0-5 in seriouses. The Scourge has not won a single game here.
Yeah, not a good start for them, as it oftentimes is the case in offline tournaments, if we exclude 1-0. I was talking earlier, almost everybody has a chance today, still, if, you know, the stars align in the right way. The one we see here in the bottom, WFZ, he has no more chance. He is 100% out, once again making it not out of the group stages. He was only been able to do that once before. He continues to be a little underwhelming offline. We were having questions, what's going on with him? He wasn't too active. It wasn't his year at all. And, well, the road has already ended for him here, kind of. Of course, he's still going to play his matches, obviously. But here.
Prize here is Sock with 2-0, 4-0 in maps, undefeated. Yesterday he defeated DanGer already, and what was his second? So-In, right?
Yeah, I think you're right.
All right. So, yeah, Sock, I met him at the elevator yesterday, and he said, oh, I can't win any games, man. What can I do? Well, things change, and this is exactly what happens. If you have a good start to a day, then everything can happen. This is our broadcast schedule for today. Lucifer versus DanGer first, Lin versus Chimiko, Colorful versus So-In, Lin versus Foggy. The hype match for today. Yep. Both undefeated, 3-0 in Group A, which is the group of death. And afterwards, as the last game of today, it's going to be Fly versus Sock, maybe determining the 4th player for the playoffs.
Yeah. Lin versus Foggy, by the way, I'm pretty sure is going to 100% give us the first place. I think that's how it should work out mathematically.
I think so too. If there's not going to be a big upset in the meantime, or someone's getting sick and has to leave. By the way, speaking of sick, DanGer's Peruvian countryman Hunter is unfortunately in the hospital and has a lot of pain in his leg. Hopefully you feel better, my man. Best wishes and greetings from here.
Yeah, it's so unfortunate how often he's unlucky with these kinds of things. Shout out also to Kika and Ugri taking care of him. But now we're almost ready to get into the game. Lucifer here, he has been around for ages, a legendary, one of the most legendary undead players that this game has ever seen. His biggest successes, WEG, ESWC. That was a long time ago, though. That's more than 10 years ago.
2006, man. 12 years ago was Lucifer's peak. In the meantime, he had some WC3L MVP wins. But yeah, DanGer, his biggest accomplishment was a Zotac Cup. I don't really know what he accomplished there, maybe semi-final or something. WCG participated there. He lost all his games yet, but the one map against Colorful makes me really confident that he can achieve something here. Maybe Colorful was trolling a little, we didn't see the games, but you should not underestimate this man. If you play sloppy against him, he will punish you. He showed that already once. And here we have the maps again, our 7 maps in the pool. DanGer is banning Last Refuge and Terraner Stand. Lucifer gets rid of Twisted Meadows and Echo Isles, so we leave it with Amazonia, Concealed Hills and Northern Isles. Once again a series where we have both 2 maps remaining.
Nice. Yeah, the 2 new maps that we have, Northern Isles and Concealed Hill, we went into this yesterday already. Seems like everybody's very satisfied with the new maps. Yes. We got rid of Turtle Rock and Ancient Isles, have always been a big balance issue. Our first map is going to be Concealed Hill. Once again, we're going to have fountains in our competitive map pool. It's been a while. Last time was Secret Valley. Thank God that map is no longer here. Yeah, Concealed Hill is still being figured out by the players, by the viewers, by us as well. Something to point out here, the big red camp in the middle. Usually something that favors orcs, being able to grab that with the ensnare, but it's about more than just that, of course. And we're almost ready to start this game. Lucifer, can he finally beat an orc?
See about that, man. Korea versus Peru. Game number 1, map number 1 in the WGL Group B. Match number 3 in this group. Lucifer desperately needs his win at his 2nd WGL attendance and his first time back in 2016. He was eliminated in the group stage as well by Foggy, amongst others. For DanGer, of course, his first performance here at WGL in his 2nd performance in an international tournament. But man, he wasn't even qualified. He was 3rd place in the American qualifier right after Hunter and Walter. But unfortunately, Walter couldn't attend this tournament here because of personal reasons. And man, DanGer, he said it in the interview with us. It is up on YouTube now. I am a lucky boy.
Yeah, but you know, sometimes a bit of fortune coming your way isn't too bad. I really like the confidence that he's showing here throughout all days. He says, yeah, you know, I may not be the favorite, but I have a chance. I have a chance to beat anybody. That's exactly how you have to go into this. If you convince yourself that you're just worse than the others and it's not going to happen, then you're not going to win. You need a winner's mentality. And I think he kind of got that. Does he have the mechanics to back it up? That has yet to be proven.
He told me in the bus, on the shuttle bus here, that he feels pretty confident against Undead, and he says especially my micro against Undead, it feels just really, really good compared to the other races, which surprises me a lot. Because, of course, DanGer is playing in the American scene. And what undeads do we have in the American scene? I cannot think of one, actually.
They're very few and far between, that's true. And there's Insuperable from Canada.
Yes, of course.
But yeah, especially South America.
Yeah, I was talking about South America.
I would have to look far. But the South Americans do play on Northrend a lot as well, and there is plenty of undeads on Northrend, let me tell you. I don't know if he plays there, actually, though, to be honest. We will have to ask him perhaps later. So, looking into this game, what do we have? It is a Blade Master first to start with. In Asia, we've been seeing more Farseer and even Shadowhunter sometimes. But the other regions are not as quick to adapt to this, and the Master of the Blade is still reliable. Yes, he's been nerfed a bunch, but he's still good.
Especially if he finds some good items, and DanGer, if he's really the lucky boy, and if this Blade Master spirals out of control, Lucifer needs a good disable against that. Yesterday he was playing quite some Banshees. Here we see the first person of DanGer. But yeah, he was playing a little bit of damage mitigation with with Banshees late. It kind of depends on the timing, how effective they are. If the Temple of the Damned is getting cancelled, the impact of those Banshees is not that great anymore, gives the Orc time to go for the Dispel or to snipe them in the meantime. He is coming over immediately, doesn't really want to creep that much. He has the first class of attack, and now the harass starts.
Wants to keep this DK low experience, low level, wants to keep him level 1. Kind of typical EU and America style, I would say. Usually when we look towards the Asian scene, it's a lot about creeping early and kind of giving the undead freedom to do whatever he wants. It is the 4 ghoul opening, as it is almost always nowadays. He cancels a ziggurat, which is kind of nice.
It certainly delays the creeping for Lucifer,
Yes.
right? Because he can't build the first fiend.
Oh, he surrounds him!
Traps the DK there, but the Blade Master has to be careful as well. Who's gonna die first? Blade Master has to go into Windwalk. That's his last one, so he can't commit to the kill here. But having this DK so low and being supply stuck, what an opening for DanGer.
And of course, he doesn't have the heal cells. Units don't have that at their disposal. And now DanGer, he can be healing up. But for once, the health fountains here become relevant. Hasn't been the case too much yet. But yeah, now we can go heal at the fountain. That's usually not something you can do, but this time you can. DanGer should really expect this move. This is extremely predictable. Maybe he can wake up the creeps, go into Windwalk, prevent this healing. And it seems like that's exactly what he wants to be doing. So he's giving the DK a hard time, but he himself is not finding any progress. I would like to perhaps for like 2, maybe 3 grunts to be creeping somewhere else, get level 2 that way. Because at the moment, this Blade Master, what is this, like 48 experience maybe? He doesn't have much at all.
That's true. The grunts are helping in this harass, get some more damage. Oh. Not really blocking there. Could have gotten another Blade Master hit here. He has one more Windwalk, so he can harass, but now I think maybe he listens to you, because he sends the grunts away to the little green spot, I guess, with the 3rd grunt coming in. Tier 2 tech is finished, Shadowhunter is coming as well, and there should be a Beastery. Exactly, no Torrent Totem yet. I wonder if he's going to Tier 3 or not, but should be the normal meta to do that.
Yeah, if he actually goes Tier 2 with Walkers, that would be some truly old school stuff. I still think there might be a place for that in the meta, just for the factor of surprising, but we never really see it amongst top orcs. Nice last hit here. More experience toward the Blade Master, who desperately needs it, by the way. The grunts would have loved to find a block there against the fiends, but with Tier 2 being done, the Halls of the Dead having the slow, it's a pretty low percentage play of getting a fiend here. But still, it's slowing down the DK. And here is always the interesting question. Okay, you're slowing down the progress on your opponent, but also, by doing so, slowing yourself down. So who's that better for? Hard to tell.
The DK shortly before level 2 coiled the turtle there, gets the last hit, and then the Unholy Aura should unlock soon. Tier 3 by DanGer. Lucifer is a little short on lumber, if I saw that correctly. He went... Oh, nice hero overlay there. There is the level 2, you can see it here. Lucifer doesn't have a slaughterhouse yet, I feel. He used the... Okay, there it comes, and the Tier 3. But that's quite late, right?
Yeah.
Slaughterhouse as well. I mean,
considering he had 4 ghouls for so long, usually he should have plenty of lumber to do pretty much all the teching he wants. And now because of that stuff being so slow, he's going to be losing his Merchant, which is a lot of experience. Still, however, not level 2 for the Blade Master yet. He's very close to getting it though, but now he's going to disengage here. And he's going to give the High Priest to his opponent. And yeah, this is the standard meta. This is the... We've seen quite a few games of Lucifer in this matchup, and it's always the same build here, as it seems. 4 ghouls into Shade, into statues, with only 2 fiends for such a long time.
Indeed. Now the hero overlay is working as intended, I guess. Nice touch by the production company here, ESPN. Shout out to them, doing a great job so far. Level 2.3 now, and the Orc is going to the shop. They need Invo Potions. We've seen this yesterday, especially once the Dark Ranger's coming into play. Breaking the silence with the Invo Potion was a big part of Fly's play when he played against Lucifer in the 2nd match of the day.
5 Wands of Illusion now. This can, if it can retain it until the very late game, can make a big difference. Imagine there's a TC running your way, but there's actually 3 TCs running your way. So which one do you silence? And you miss the silence, and suddenly that's a bad start of the fight for you. So this could be a big help. Aggressive creeping here by Lucifer, stealing this camp away from his opponent. The laboratory that we just saw there is going to get the big consumable here. DanGer creeping very passively in the very corner of the map, despite the greedy opening from Lucifer. Don't know if that's 100% the correct creep route. But okay, he's getting his own progress in now, so is the Lich, level 2 for him. Wand of Mana stealing can be pretty good, isn't that right?
Yeah, you want to mock me because I say this all the time.
Situationally, can be a great item.
It's just a few days ago, man, where we saw a hero kill because of the Wand of Illusion, so don't laugh at me for saying that. It's true.
Which game was that?
It was, what was it? Rosbrain Cup or something? Can't remember really. But it was an alchemist dying because the Keeper of the Grove used an entangle on him. So couldn't use Chemical Rage to get away. The Keeper of the Grove had the mana for the entangle. He did that, killed him.
Such a good item.
See? That's what I say all the time, man. Dark Ranger third now for Lucifer. Here comes the silence. Uses it on the Ogre Lord in the middle. And that's an interesting thing because in all matches of Concealed Hills, we've seen the Orcs take the middle. Now DanGer was too... I don't know, too hesitant, too careful, not going into that middle, and Lucifer takes advantage.
Yeah, and this is the creep route I was talking about. DanGer was in the bottom right at his gold mine. A fairly small camp for the mid-game, kind of. Instead, he could have been here. He could have dragged out the creeps, could have ensnare killed the big boy super quick and super easy, but instead he gives it over to the opponent, who didn't even have the orb. Lucifer has no business being out on the map and being so bold. Without the orb, he has no chance of winning a fight, but DanGer a little complacent, perhaps.
He's coming now with a TC third hero. There's also an illusion. Oh, heavy nuke on the Blade Master. Oh, there is an Invo Potion. Should be using that. That was a nice stomp, but DK was not attacked, so he can heal the units that are hurt. Nice micro by DanGer, sending the Raider away, but that's only one ensnare remaining.
Morphs the one statue into a destroyer. The Blade Master is only level 2. He really doesn't have that much damage. Scroll speed to disengage and save as much as he can, and actually will be able to... loses the Raider. That's a painful loss. But the only one, right? He kept everything else alive. He killed one statue and a Fiend, I think. No bad trade at all.
I think for Lucifer it was more important that he doesn't allow DanGer to get into the space, because exactly, the Observer shows it here. The Temple of the Damned is finished and the Banshees are coming. Curse is going to be spread all across the Orc army, and that means a big mischance, as DanGer is still not going for any Spirit Walkers or Dispel. The Blade Master looks good though, with the 2 claws of attack. Shadowhunter is level 3 as well. The most important upgrade, I guess, for the Orcs in this entire game.
And this is an area where the Undeads have an advantage in the super late game against Orc. They are not so reliant on heroes. The Lich doesn't have to be level 3, the SH does. The Dark Ranger doesn't have to be level 2 or 3. The TC does. Maybe not level 3, but he definitely needs to be level 2 to be really good. And he's still not there, as we can see here. Torn Chieftain still only level 1. He's close to the level up, kind of. Blade Master scouted out where the Undead is, so might be looking for a creep check here once again, but don't forget about the Shade. So Lucifer knows that he's being watched.
Well, what was the item, by the way, in the middle? I didn't catch that really.
I'm afraid I didn't see that either.
Zombie Mask for the DK is fantastic. More mana regeneration on the healing. Destroyer in the air as well. Statue heals in the back. And DanGer is going to the upper left fountain, so both are going to get a big item here. And big experience. Hold that Lich! Plus 26. We've seen this a couple of times. Once the Lich is stacked with damage, the Orcs usually very tanky, but against the Orb of Corruption, they're just melting.
Yep, exactly. And as long as you position him well and have Frost Armor upon him, the Lich shouldn't be in too much danger. Whereas a Blade Master, the big damage dealer on the Orc side, has to be in the thick of things at all times, where he's always going to be exposed to focus fire from Culling and the Orb of Corruption and all the right clicks coming in. This is a big camp though. Oh, Ruined Bracers, that is very nice. Level 2 for the TC, level 3 for the Blade Master here. This was a big deal, getting this creep camp. And I thought perhaps Lucifer was going to go for an aggressive move, but against the fountain perhaps not too recommendable. He's scouting now, something red just approached the Orc army, must have been a skeleton. He's getting more and more experience under his belt. He's going to have 4-3 heroes here for Lucifer.
Yeah, Lucifer
is building a comfortable position.
Lucifer building an Acolyte, and oh, DanGer. The Western Curse for getting 2 units, just as Neutron yesterday. But yeah, Lucifer is building an Acolyte. That's going to be his expansion. DanGer is sending out a Peon to the bottom right to expand there as well, I think. Wyvern not coming for more piercing damage, but yeah, 4 supply missing in DanGer's army. The TC is coming in, misses the Stomp. Here comes the Silence. Oh no, that's not looking good. Invo Potion used, nice snipe, but the heal wave right on time. The Kodo Aura remains. There's a second one as well. Did the second one eat? No, it didn't. Not looking good for DanGer in this opening, but how long can Lucifer keep up this pressure?
Yeah, these stops really underwhelming. I don't know if he hit a single fiend so far. The Kodos couldn't eat. He tried to go for a DK attack there, but that didn't work. Now he reaches level 4, so now he's going to have Death Pact being nigh unkillable. Blade Master looking for some straggler kills here for the statues in the back, but he is cursed. A lot less damage now coming from him, and this fight is probably going to secure this expansion for an undead going up against the one base orc. That's usually a death sentence.
Yeah, DanGer has no resources at the moment to go for that expansion. He's losing more and more units. 2 Kodo Beasts. That's a big. It would be a big loss. 8 supply, but no, Lucifer doesn't want to fight against the fountain yet until his army is reassembled. The TC, what's he doing? Out on the map. Coil Nova right clicks. Heal Wave saves him from now, but that was unnecessary. Blade Master's coming in, but also only at 50% if he's getting nuked once more. But no, the nuke lands on the TC, and the underwhelming third hero is going down. Things are spiraling out of control of DanGer as it seems. Maybe the Kodos can eat this time. Yeah, we have one fiend. Heal Wave is traveling through once more. The Wyvern taking out instantly by Lucifer. There are some ensnares to keep the fiend at bay, but just DanGer is losing way too many units. Another Raider down. He's focusing the Kodo once again, blocking himself with a Grunt there, so the Kodo goes down. Another Skeleton doing more and more damage to everything that DanGer still has, but he is fighting with the fountain at least a little bit. No, he's too far away. DanGer desperately trying to get some kills, but it's a 17 food. Oh, excuse me, 21 food disadvantage. GG.
Yeah, he had the healing from the SH and the fountain, but you know what he didn't have? Damage. You know why? Banshees. They're amazing. Please, people, listen to me. They're absolutely amazing. If there's no counter in the late game, 60 versus 60 supply. Just by the way, that is the dream undead state, because the armies are big, you have high-level heroes, you have good damage from the fiends and good mitigation from the banshees and healing in the back from the statues. But the armies aren't so big that you can't focus everything. 60 supply is kind of the undead sweet spot, and Lucifer, in that game, he was just getting everything and not getting punished. Getting too much in the early game, stealing camps away from his opponent, getting the red spot, not supposed to happen. DanGer, I think he was a little too forgiving in that game.
I think the early game was really good for him. The Blade Master has worked well. I mean, he delayed the Fiend, he delayed the Ziggurat, he did good damage to the DK. Unfortunately for him, there are fountains on this map. But then, what? You pointed it out, the Grunts didn't creep alone. They were still trying to chase the DK, which doesn't really work then anymore. So the Blade Master had no experience at all, couldn't roam around with level 2 Windwalk in the mid-game state, so he had to share experience for Blade Master and Shadow Hunter at the same time. He was creeping very passively, didn't went out of the map, didn't use his tier 2 control that he usually have with Hex and Ensnare as Orc, didn't get the creep in the middle. Lucifer's experience was way ahead, and then, yeah, the longer the game went, the better it was for Lucifer.
Yeah, absolutely. And here, his opening looked very, very solid, but don't forget, he was able to grab the lead yesterday as well and gave it away. I don't know, can we call that a close game? DanGer didn't look to be in trouble throughout all of the stages, I'm not saying that, but it didn't really look like he was in control either. Yeah, I agree, in the early stages, how long he kept the DK on level 1, that was nice, but you have to get out ahead of that, you know? You have to get your level 2, you have to grab up more items, and you gotta get level 3 at some point. You have to be able to roam with the Blade Master solo and give that solo experience to your SH and later on to the TC. You need those levels, and this Blade was just too slow to climb his way up to that level 2 Windwalk.
Absolutely. We have a result from the other game, by the way. Colorful beat Sock. It's 1-0 between them at the moment, and I hear that Colorful is playing Warden.
Oh!
A little comeback here. Colorful, usually a guy who only played Demon Hunter, but man, he's switching it up as it seems.
I was told that hero is not viable anymore.
Who said that?
Every night elf.
Liars. All liars. But yeah, DanGer. What was his map? Amazonia, right?
Or Northern Isles. One of the two.
Yep, yes, it is. So, map number 2 between Korea and Peru. Lucifer taking the lead, but DanGer having a good opening. If that happens again, and then he's not as careful as he was on CH, good stuff can happen. We load in to Amazonia, the smallest map in the pool. Will this be the first victory for the Undead Scourge, or will Peru equalize?
This should be a map where especially DanGer is feeling more comfortable on. I imagine Lucifer has more practice under his belt, so new maps like Concealed Hill and Northern Isles. Yes, you may have figured out some creep routes. Yes, you may know your game plan, where you want to go when. But here on AZ, an old map, you're going to have more experience. And I can see DanGer feeling more comfortable here, especially where creep routes go. Creep routes are absolutely essential, guys. I don't know, a lot of... Neo's giggling next to me, I have no idea why, but I'm just gonna continue on with my point and gonna ignore what's happening next to me here. Yeah, when you compare this game, Warcraft 3, our beloved game, to games like StarCraft 2, it can sometimes look like, hey, they're always playing the same thing, always the same strat, the same opening, the same army composition in the end. There seems to be very little strategy here. In Warcraft 3, creep routes are part of your build, are part of your strategy, of your game plan, and it's hard to like appreciate this so highly, as highly as it deserves to be appreciated. But the higher you get in skill level, I guess, in experience, the more you realize how important this is. How much experience do you get by what point? What items are you hopefully looking for? How much are you trying to prevent your opponent's progress? Where are you going to go to get those items? In what position on the map are you going to be to either be aggressive or defensive? There is a lot of strategy that goes into creep routes. And coming back to my initial point, on this older map, I hope DanGer is going to have a better idea of how to use those.
Yeah, faster it is for him. We see the Acolyte balance changes here. A little faster, a little tankier. Always good health. Race cars, the Lamborghini Acolytes, as Hawk calls them. Yeah, I was laughing because Chad has a new meme going on.
Okay.
Spam this pussy to support Lucy. It's quite funny with a cat.
Seems like a bit of a rip-off from yesterday with Froggy.
Yeah, true. Let them do their thing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big supporter of the memes, you know that. So it's all good. DanGer, yeah, going for a Farseer. I was not expecting this. He never struck me as a Farseer player. This is, of course, the patch to play him on, with the Blade Master having been nerfed and the Farseer buffed on Wolves and Chain Lightning both, and also on what's it called again? Farsight. You think I'm going to see Farsight here, Neo?
Very unlikely.
It's a pretty good spell, right? It's almost as good as Cleave, I heard. I'm just joking. Cleave is actually good nowadays, which I hope people are never going to watch our old VODs, because I like to make fun of that quite a bit. Farseer supposed to be very aggressive against the Acolytes early, but he's actually the one getting pressured here by this DK and a couple of skeletons. I guess he's going for this super fast tech without heal salves, right? So every point of damage you put on the Farseer actually matters a lot.
Very good reaction by Lucifer, I feel. He must feel confident now, seeing that, okay, I'm better than you, man. I can out-micro you. I do a better job in controlling my units. And yeah, that worked out well so far. Getting a few hits with the skeletons in, getting a few hits with the DK in. Did he deny that? Yeah, he did deny the skeleton. Nice play by Lucifer. Which first-person view we have here. He's also streaming quite actively on Twitch. Go follow him over there if you want to see more of this. What's his Twitch account, Neo? Rojin Wook. No, that's his brother.
It's the weird one. It's the NJW016 or something.
You can find it on Warcraft3.info.
Great branding by Lucifer. So it's a 4-ghoul opening once again. He's just sticking with his guns throughout all of his games against Orc, and just worked pretty damn well. So yeah, Farseer usually play to keep the opponent from creeping pretty much anything, and he's doing a good job with that. I wonder, is this going to be the Tier 2 Windrider follow-up? If you get those out, like 4, maybe 6, start creeping with the TC, and then look for those speed scroll engagements, stomp into focus fire, and if the Anna doesn't have the levels required to deal with that, you know, the coils to heal, the aura to be fast enough, the Nova to put in the damage, then those Windriders can be really good, but they're very hit or miss. They're very momentum-based. If he goes for them, it's going to be a bit of a dangerous strategy.
We saw a strong 400 APM for Lucifer there. Of course, the community always loves these numbers, so Lucifer doing them a favor. Yeah, we still have a level 1 Farseer. Didn't accomplish anything really. The tech of Lucifer is not really delayed, but yeah, you were asking what the follow-up is. We don't know yet. Oh, there is an early... Oh, it's a TC second early Warmill.
Okay, he has the resources for second production building as well. Still has the resources. Or is he actually going to go tier 3 with this?
Yeah, I thought so too. Lin was playing it as well like this, right?
Lin was playing tier 2 expansion.
Yeah. But with a TC second.
Yeah. He was playing it with Farseer and Blade Master both, but in either case going for the tier 2 expo. DK here gets the level 2, that is absolutely necessary.
And once again, those good items for the Lich, man. The Claws and Mantle, so nice to have.
Alright, Acolyte scouting, Skeleton scouting, sees the tier 2, sees the Bestiary, but no second production facility, and with that he's pretty much gonna know, pretty sure there's gonna be an expansion, and in fact the peon is moving over, right? Yep, there it is, we just saw it in the edge of the screen. So he's trying to go for that expansion play, and Lucifer trying to creepjack this. Is he gonna be in time here? He might be. The Grunt's already hurt. But the TC grabs up the big boy, and the Greater Invo is of course a fantastic item. But yeah, these Grunts, man, they're in trouble, and this is one painful creepjack.
One Grunt kill already. Stun doesn't hit anything but the skeleton, so doesn't get the Fiends again. Second Grunt is about to die here without a Lich even. This is a disastrous creepjack for DanGer.
Nice splitting by Lucifer, sending the Fiends in every which direction, so it's not easy to find the targets. Nice stomps around here. Doesn't keep it close though. The Wolves open up the way again. That's level 3 DK. He has 2 more coils to use. These Fiends with that nigh unkillable. TC out of mana. Seems like the Farseer as well. No more Wolves here, and now the Lich is coming in. And it was pretty bad already. Now it's getting worse. This strategy is not working out.
DanGer is trying it with the hero focus. A little desperation here. Can he reach for something? A stun maybe, but no. Now the Fiends are at one point. He doesn't have the mana for a stump anymore. Was this the legendary Delta split, Remo? By Lucifer?
Kind of, yeah. Usually you want to do it against the Stomp when he's running in, that dangerous level 3 TC, but just there against the melee units, you know, really good. They have to walk a long way to go from target to target. And, well, Lin played it, the strategy plays it a lot actually, and to great success. But this is like the worst map to play it on. It is a hard expansion camp in the middle of the map, and your opponent, no matter where he is close by. Props to Lucifer for scouting the main, realizing with what he saw there that's probably going to be that expansion attempt, looking for that creepjack. But yeah, I think on this map, going for this strat is perhaps not so recommended.
Yeah, maybe he wanted to do something super unusual to throw Lucifer off, because if this is not scouted, if this goes through, having the expansion on AZ is pretty damn awesome. Manhunter Storm would unfortunately not the greatest item for DanGer, but yeah, doing something unexpected can win you games if you feel that your opponent is stronger. But once again, Lucifer is scouting this, and now he scouts basically everything with a skeleton watching from inside the Kodo.
Yeah, but it's the Undead going tier 3, it's the Orc staying tier 2, with the weaker hero being the Farseer. And the Orc has fallen behind. And now he's investing more money into something that gives him nothing on the field, being the expansion. This is a perfect scenario for a timing push. Like, this is, you can't hope of anything better. Lucifer, has he lost a unit in this game? I don't think he has. DanGer is going to need a lot of perfect play and luck to still be able to win this game.
And again, Lucifer is moving into DanGer's direction, not willing to creep up. Not willing to get the level 3 Lich before. Oh, actually, okay. He goes straight to the north to cancel that expansion once again. He's in a great position, as you said. Orb of Corruption on the Lich now, plus the items that we've seen before should be like around plus 15 damage or so.
And there's the Dark Ranger third. Used to be always silent in the past. Nowadays, with Orcs staying tier 2, especially when there's no healing, we see a lot of Dark Arrow first, trying to snowball with those skeletons. This expo won't see the light of day. DanGer is trying to go for the counterattack. It's going to be triggering a TP with this, because base attack-wise, his army is still pretty good. Does he have a speed scroll to get out? He does. So, nice trade there. One Raider, though, is... Ooh, just barely going to make it out, as it seems.
Okay, gets the heal wave. Yeah, I mean, on a bigger map where you can dodge your opponent, this might have been DanGer's comeback mechanism to attack the undead base and force town portals, but on Amazonia, where everything is so small and close by, this is going to be really rough. The Stomp again doesn't hit too much, but at least he gets the Fiend, follows it up with Ensnare. Is the damage enough? No, it's not. Nova hits the front line, so everything is slowed for them. The TC is already low. Burrow being used again. Lucifer did that marvelously yesterday against Fly and continues to do that here against DanGer.
Oh my god, these trades, they're just so much in favor of the undead. Again, no unit of Lucifer's has died, or has it? But one fiend is in the stomach, but once again, DanGer was bleeding heavily in that engagement. Falling further and further behind, now letting his opponent creeping himself at least. And when you go Blade Master SHTC, then trading experience might be fine. But when you have Farseer TC, only 2 heroes against 3, with already your heroes being worse, this is just getting from bad to worse.
DanGer is investing a little bit into more items. He's trying to go for the expansion again, but this little skeleton scouts it once more, and this is a big fight for Lucifer. The wolves won't do too much. I think a destroyer is right around the corner, right? More reinforcements coming in for Lucifer, who wants to cancel this once more. DanGer, can he distract long enough for this to work? I highly, highly doubt it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this like pillage base lane style is the only out that he really has. Don't see this working out any other way. Level 2 now for the Dark Ranger, so now she's even gonna have silence as well, along with those skeletons coming from the Dark Arrow. More
and
agility for her.
Yeah. And the Tome of Agility as well, so +6.
Get in those deeps. So once again, DanGer looking for the counterattack. The split push, as we like to call it sometimes. But it wasn't in time to distract from his expansion. It's been cancelled once more. TP home. If there's a destroyer here, he can dispel against the Scroll of Speed, which must be coming. Oh, TP surround actually on the Raider. Could have been a beautiful stomp. But got silenced, but got rid of it as well with the invulnerability potion. But now that's going to be gone. And remember, there's no healing in this army, so this TC might find himself in trouble. But it was a big invul, so another big stomp coming in. Finally, we have DanGer finding something here. There's one destroyer up in the air, but a bit of anti-air against him as well with those headhunters. But he's fighting in the undead base. Can he find this DK? I feel like he needs to find this kill, but he's nuking his way out. He still has a greater healing potion, and perhaps even the Death Pact, and now he has to run with that Scroll of Speed. Destroyer Dispel seems to be on cooldown at the moment, so DanGer is getting away with a few units, but he also lost quite a few of those units.
Yeah, and there is a counter expansion by Lucifer. Oh, what means counter expansion? There is an expansion by Lucifer coming up, using that time of the fight, and now DanGer is way too bruised to punish this, so we can say it's basically guaranteed that there's gonna be 2 mines against 1, but the 2 belong not to the orcs, which is usually the case. It's almost done here. Great timing by Lucifer. That's why he's still at 50 supply. He could have easily break upkeep and finish this game, but no, he wants to be a little more on the safe route. He needs this win so desperately, having lost 2 series yesterday.
Yeah, and it's obviously looking excellent. He's got all the advantages in the world. Economically, army-wise, tech-wise, hero-wise, hero level-wise. He seems to be in prime position now to get back into at least some hope to make it out here. More agility. Hey, there we go. +8 now on the Dark Ranger. Isn't that nice? She's going to be level 3 soon. Then she's going to deal even more damage with those Dark Arrows. And yeah, we talked about it a little bit yesterday. This is where Undead wants to be. High-level heroes with that Fiend, a little bit of Destroyer, perhaps some Banshee army. Looking so powerful. Funnily enough, by the way, of course, we're in the new patch here, 1.30. A lot of people are talking about Night Elf being so strong. Almost all of the Koreans agree that Undead is the imbalanced race at the moment. Yesterday was not the greatest day to prove that, as Undeads were having a horrendous win rate yesterday. But at least Lucifer here seems to be marching forward to his way to the 2-0. DanGer, one last ditch effort. No, thinks better of it. Perhaps at least the Grunt's gonna make it away. Oh, nice split harassment here. That's pretty cool. Raiders looking to get the kill, but not gonna work. And now with the Nova coming in, at least one is gonna have to say goodbye to this cruel world. Perhaps even 2. Oh my god.
Using a lot of spells, but he can. Still has statues on the ground. DanGer, I think it's a big mistake that he doesn't have pillage. I mean, he's attacking buildings for the 4th time now. He could have gotten a lot of resources because Lucifer is constantly using his town portal for it. 350 gold. And if you can get something back with pillage on DanGer's side, then you expand that advantage even more. But nah, not happening here. It is an upgrade that takes some time, but it's not that expensive, so it pays off rather quickly.
Scroll speed. Oh, the TC, my goodness. He's gonna make it away, but with a Dispel from the Destroyer coming in against the Scroll, the Kodo, perhaps not so lucky. That Grunt is like, oh my god, please don't see me. Please don't see me. Gotta go home. And yeah, there's no way you can take an open battle anymore against this force. He is 15 supply behind, along with a lot of experience.
Ooh, fly defeats so in an Orc Mirror. 2-1 now, right? Yeah, 2-1 as he lost against Colorful yesterday, but defeated Lucifer. Looking okay for Fly, who will have a match later on this stream.
Oh, good old Destroyer push, man. I haven't seen that in a while. This is like 2010 days.
Yeah, I was just about to say, welcome to 2008.
And we have reinforced defenses nowadays available on tier 2, but DanGer didn't go for that upgrade. Wants to skip on those resources, and now he is Omega supply blocked. Needs to win this fight at the Undead expansion.
He took out the Acolytes, but that's about it. The Stomp was nice this time. There's no coil, but the stun is off now, and I think the focus is not enough just yet. But I think the next one should be. Silence a little too late, but DanGer calls for the GG. Can't repeat his success of yesterday where he took the map. Lucifer 2, and he's back in the race for the playoffs.
All right, something finally going the Undead's way. He's got a long road though still ahead of him. This is only where it begins. This is only where he can start to feel a little bit of hope again. I hope this is going to give him some confidence, you know? I hope he's not going to be hanging his head as much anymore in the halls when we walk past him. He's not looking thrilled, though. It's not what I would call this expression. I like him much better in the picture up there.
Yeah, he still has to play Sock and Colorful, strong opponents who are on top of the group after day 1. And that's going to happen later today. Both, I don't know, man. It's gonna be tough for Lucifer, but it's not impossible.
That's true. That's the nature of the round-robin format. If exactly that happens in this way with this kind of map score, it's a little bit difficult for us sometimes to have the perfect overview over everything, especially with nobody informing us. But yeah, we're going to get the information as much and as quickly as we can. Open up that Wikipedia tab, guys, to always have that overview for yourself.
Doing it here to check if we have other results from Group B.
Big thanks to all the, do you call them editors? I guess so. On Wikipedia, always keeping everybody informed in the round-robin format. That's very important. Yeah, today Group A and Group B obviously going to be concluding, and tomorrow and the day after is going to be time for Group C and Group D. Indeed.
We go to Group A right now. Our next match here on the stream is once again Lin, who is still undefeated in the race for Foggy for the first, with Foggy for the first place. He's going to meet a human. The first human match here in Back to Warcraft for WGL Winter in 2018. It's going to be Lin versus Chimiko. And this is going to be a pretty interesting match, I feel.
I was talking a little bit with Focus earlier. He was brainstorming with Lin. They were having a couple of practice games. By the way, Lin was practicing against Sock, actually, I guess in anticipation of this. And Lin lost 2 games in the practice rounds. And Focus being, signature Focus being like, oh, so weak. Unplayable. I never know if he's joking or not. Probably 50% yes, 50% no. But point being, Lin looking not unbeatable there, which he sometimes is. Yeah. Now, of course, we have to take that with a grain of salt. Practice games being practice games and all. Maybe he was experimenting, looking for a new creep route, looking for, I don't know, some new attempts. It's going to be an interesting game. It's going to be the opportunity for Lin to already guarantee his way into the playoffs. And to be fair, he's the big favorite, as he is most of the time. But Chimiko, if he pulls out his special little micro moves, and still the best blocker in the game.
Surrounds also not too bad. Yeah, especially if Lin would go for a Farseer, then a surround is possible. We'll see after a little break. I think we give it up to the stage in a few moments. Thanks to all the guys who are resubscribing here at twitch.tv/backtowarcraft. Also a lot of cheers. Thank you for the contributions, guys. Much appreciated.
Yeah, thank you very much. Winners interview is going to be coming up shortly.
We have a Reddit thread up, by the way, once again, for Day 2. We want to hear your feedback on the cast, on the games, on the production, on everything that's happening here. We also have a pretty active Instagram feed at the moment, instagram.com/backtowarcraft. We have a little interview with Foggy up from yesterday, only visible for a couple of hours. So go over there and check that one out. And speaking of interviews, the interview with DanGer, who just lost to Lucifer, is up as well on YouTube. See you in a bit.
欢迎回到本局舞台，来到我们的一个赛后采访环节。首先，我们先把掌声送给 Lucifer 陆大大。
因为昨天打比赛输了2场，是蛮危险的，所以接下来的比赛我也会全力以赴。
是的，那其实我们想知道 Lucifer 他是一名老将啊，那我也是他的一个粉丝，因为我们都是用亡灵的。他一直坚持到现在，我们想问一下是什么样？
루시퍼 선수가 중국에 되게 많은 팬들이 있습니다.
这是我们的最后一批士兵了，之后就只能征召农夫了。
战争刚开始的时候，我还以为在为和平而战，但和平遥不可及。
您为了阻止他，已经尽力了，国王陛下。
在洛丹伦，你本来有机会杀了我，甚至结束这场战争。你为什么没动手？
我现在可以。
我没有杀你，是因为我相信你有荣誉感。我说的对吗？你希望更多人受苦吗？部落，
我已经为部落付出了一切，为他流血，为他杀戮。但塞瓦纳斯收毁了他，他迟早会毁掉所有。我想要的不过是从前的那个部落。
Serapha， 你到底为什么没有杀我？
我希望你能阻止他。
办不到。扣我一个。
Oh no. We're too late. These people have all been infected. They may look fine now, but it's just a matter of time before they turn into the undead. This entire city must be purged.
What? How can you even consider that? There's got to be some other way.
Damn it, Uther. As your future king, I order you to purge this city! Jaina?
I'm sorry, Arthas. I can't watch you do this.
“你终于回家了，女儿。”
家，根本就是你毁了我的家！你滥杀无辜！
终于回家了，女儿。
家，根本就是你毁了我的家！你滥杀无辜，让原本和平的时空变成废墟。你违背了你的诺言。
我不允许你顶嘴，给我乖乖